Hey Jane, got a moment? I just realized something kind of funny, but also super important.
Oh, what's on your mind, John? And yeah, always got a moment for a good ponder. What's the epiphany?
Well, we talk about so many complex things on this podcast, right? But the other day, I was trying to explain something to a friend who's learning English, and I realized how fundamental, yet sometimes tricky, something as simple as telling the time can be.
You are absolutely right. It's one of those things you just do without thinking until you have to consciously break it down. And then you realize there are so many nuances. Like, what time is it? Seems straightforward, but then you get into half past and quarter to and a quarter past, it gets wild.
Exactly. And it's not just about knowing the numbers, it's about context. Like, if someone asks you the time, you don't just say 7, you say it's 7 o'clock or it's 7:15. There's a whole little mini sentence structure involved.
Which is why I think today we should really dive into mastering asking and telling the time. We can cover the basics, the common phrases, and how it weaves into our daily lives because, let's be honest, our lives revolve around schedules and timestamps.
Absolutely. So let's kick it off with the absolute most common way to ask the time. It's universally understood, right?
Yup, the classic, what time is it? Or you can be a bit more polite, especially if you're talking to a stranger, and say, excuse me, what time is it? Or, do you have the time?
Good point on politeness. I think do you have the time sounds a little more casual, like you're just checking in, whereas what time is it is direct. And then how do we respond to that, especially with the o'clock times?
All right, so o'clock is for when it's exactly on the hour. Like if it's 10:00, you'd say it's 10 o'clock. If it's 3, it's 3 o'clock. Super straightforward, no minutes involved.
So if I wanted to set a meeting and I said, let's meet at 4 o'clock, everyone would understand that's exactly 4, not 4:05, not 3:55, precisely 4.
Exactly. It's the most precise way to state the hour, and it's something you'll hear all the time. The show starts at 8 o'clock. Dinner will be ready at 7 o'clock.
Okay, that's phase 1 lockdown. Now, what about when it's not exactly on the hour? Let's tackle half past. That's another really common one, right?
Oh, absolutely. Half past is for when it's 30 minutes after the hour. So if it's 10:30, you'd say it's half past 10, or for 5:30, it's half past 5.
Right. So it's always half past followed by the hour that just passed, not the upcoming hour. That's a common mistake, I think, for learners.
Spot on. You wouldn't say half past 11 if it's 10:30. It's half past 10 because it's 30 minutes after 10 o'clock. It's always about the hour that just began.
Got it. So the movie starts at half past 7 means 7:30. I'll call you back at half past 4 means 4:30. That's pretty clear.
Precisely. And these are the two most fundamental ways, o'clock and half past, that you'll use constantly in everyday conversations. They're like the bread and butter of telling time.
But what if it's, say, 7:15 or 45? Do we always have to use quarter past or quarter to, or can we just say the numbers?
Excellent question. In modern casual conversation, especially in places like North America, it's very common and perfectly acceptable to just say the numbers. So for 7:15, you can say it's 7:15. For 7:45, it's 7:45. It's often quicker and less formal.
Oh, that's a relief. I mean, quarter past 7 is great and good to know, but 7:15 just rolls off the tongue a bit easier sometimes, doesn't it?
It really does. Quarter past and quarter to are definitely correct and used, particularly in British English, but in general, saying the numbers is completely fine. So if it's 2:05, you'd say 2:05 or 2:05. If it's 11:58, 11:58, simple as that.
Okay, so the main takeaways for telling time are o'clock for the hour, half past for 30 minutes after, and for anything else, you can just say the hour followed by the minutes. That simplifies things a lot.
Exactly. Now let's think about how this fits into our daily schedules. Because asking and telling the time isn't just an abstract exercise, it's how we coordinate our entire lives.
Oh, absolutely. My calendar is basically just a list of times. Dentist appointment at 10:30, team meeting at 1 o'clock, pick up groceries at 5 o'clock.
Right? And think about social plans. What time are we meeting for dinner? Let's catch the movie at 7:30. Or if you're making plans, you might say, does 3 o'clock work for you on Tuesday?
It's all about checking availability, setting expectations. If you don't master these phrases, you're constantly going to be late or missing things. Imagine trying to catch a train without knowing how to ask, what time does the next train leave?
That would be a nightmare. Or booking a doctor's appointment. When is the doctor available? The doctor has an opening at 2:15 this afternoon.
So let's do a little role play then. I'll ask you some questions and you tell me the time, or vice versa. We'll simulate a few real-life scenarios.
Sounds good. I'm ready. Hit me with your best shot, John.
All right, imagine we're at a cafe. I need to leave for an appointment soon. I look at my watch, but it stopped. I'd ask you, Excuse me, Jane, what time is it? And let's say it's 11 a.m.
No problem, John. It's 11 o'clock. You've still got plenty of time.
Perfect. Okay, next scenario. We're planning to go for a run later, and I'm wondering when would be a good time to head out before it gets too hot. I'd ask, hey, when should we go for our run? And it's 4:30 p.m.
It's 4:30 now. Maybe we should wait until 6:30. It'll be a bit cooler then.
6:30 sounds great. That gives me time to finish up some work. Excellent. Now, what if I ask you, what time does our podcast recording usually start? And let's say it's 1:45 p.m.
Our podcast recording? Oh, that starts at 2 o'clock, so in 15 minutes. Better wrap this up soon, John.
Ha, good one. See, that's a perfect example of how quickly you can combine the information. 2 o'clock is the start time, and you immediately know that it's 1:45 now and can calculate the difference.
It's all about making those connections, and I think the key here is practice. You can listen to us talk about it all day, but until you start integrating it into your own conversations, it won't stick.
Couldn't agree more. Try to actively listen for times when people are speaking, and try to state the time yourself whenever you check a clock or look at your phone, even just to yourself.
Exactly. Look at your phone and don't just register the numbers. Say out loud, it's 10 o'clock, or it's 3:30, or it's 9:22. That muscle memory, that verbal practice is invaluable.
And don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's part of learning. Someone will gently correct you, or you'll notice their reaction and figure it out. It's really one of those building blocks of communication.
Absolutely. Time is literally the rhythm of our lives. So getting comfortable with these phrases, what time is it, o'clock and 3:30, plus the simple number telling method will open up so many doors in your English communication.
It really will. It lets you coordinate, plan, ask for clarification, and just generally exist in a society that runs on schedules. It's empowering, actually.
So we hope this episode has given you a clear clock face to work with. No more being confused by the hands of time.
Pun intended, I'm sure, Jane. That's a good one. Well, that's all the time we have for today's episode. Keep practicing, keep listening, and you'll be a time-telling pro in no time.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll catch you next time. And make sure you know what time that is.